Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of Remax Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Cindy Grossman. New York City born and raised, luxury retail management was her game. Saks Fifth Avenue and Nordstrom were her jewelry playgrounds. Had enough at 38, fled to Miami, where Neiman Marcus Bal Harbour found her. Recruited to Mont Blanc, where her regional position challenged her. Met her husband 4 years ago, and Brevard County she did go. COVID hit, she needed a new career fit. Age-defying beauty with Mary Kay, she did say. And now, here's Cindy Grossman.
Hello, hello, and welcome to Mesmerize the Mirror at Any Age. Glad you're all watching tonight or today. If you're on the radio, welcome listeners. And Mitch, thanks for coming back.
Wow, I'm surprised. Thank you for having me back. It's always a pleasure. And may I say you look very, very pretty.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you. And we have an exceptional guest.
Please tell us.
We do. Hev the Coach. Hev the Coach is a high-vibe, transformational life coach who specializes in balancing energy in the quantum field to release trauma in the mind, body, and spirit. Hev is a proud biohacker, truth seeker, natural healer, and teacher inside her interactive virtual community, Quantum Biohackers Academy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. What an honor to be here.
Oh, please. Thank you. I have to tell you, I'm very intrigued. What you do is unlike any other coach, and certainly the therapies and how you do it is unlike anything else. So very interesting, and we're really excited to have you here. I have to ask, how did you get started with this?
Well, life path took me this direction through trial and error in my own personal life. I had some health issues come up. 18 years old, I was bit by a tick and got Lyme disease. And then by 21, developed fibromyalgia. And all along was going through a bunch of medical processes and medications, antibiotics, steroid treatments. The list goes on. And with no relief, only more symptoms would come about. And it wasn't until I took a holistic natural approach that I actually had relief from pain, had relief from, memory loss and the inability to put sentences together in the morning, known as morning fog. There were so many symptoms that as a 21-year-old I was experiencing. I felt free once I stepped into healthy eating and mindfulness. So.
Excellent. Wonderful. What type of learning and studying did you do to prepare for your role? Well,
I would say a lot of being empowered and using my tools and resources. Like a lot of us have the advantage of being able to get online and find information. And I would vet information, and I would look at peer-reviewed research, and I would look at science-based research, and a lot of experiments and things like that were taking place on a college level, where there was less bias and where there was more fact and where the students were more interested in finding what was really going on. There was no motive behind the scenes geared towards some medication in the future or something. It was just clean science. Let's get the facts. And when I saw the facts on a cellular level of what we do to our body on a daily basis, the things that are in our environment, the dangers and the harmful effects of the EMFs, the electromagnetic frequencies, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the 4G and 5G. I mean, the list goes on. And our cells do not sleep. And so that's how I stepped into the biohacking aspect of it, because I realized we're really at a disadvantage when it comes to our food supply, the quality of our water, the ability for us to get natural resources through our body like we used to when we were primitive, walking with bare feet and absorbing different minerals into our body's, bloodstream and things through our skin. So it was a lot of eye-opening, mind-blowing, oh my goodness, experiences through just reading, listening to scientists and biologists, and just hours and hours and hours of research.
Cindy, maybe we could kind of like deconstruct this.
I was going to do that, right. I want to get into the whole thing with biohacking, but hold that thought. What were your personal results going through this whole thing?
an awakening, a spiritual awakening, alignment with my mind, body, and spirit, experiencing optimization, energy that I couldn't stop going. Just having a more rhythmic flow to my life and having a better experience in my skin. Losing weight was, I was up almost 250 pounds at 21, and just like stuck in this trap of a body that couldn't do the things I wanted it to do and didn't look the way I wanted it to look, and all the things. So for me, my life was transformed. And it was transformed mindfully, which is why Mindful Transformations is my mission to help others step into that and know that they are in power. They really are, just being mindful. Yeah.
So that's my next question. What can you share about the mindful transformation and high vibe coaching that you do?
Yeah. So when it comes to mindful transformations, mindfulness has everything to do with intention and focus. And so when we go through life in like a default stage, we're not doing what we're meant to do. We're not even aligned with like a greater purpose. And we all have a greater purpose. So when someone steps into my practice and they're looking to improve in any key area of their life, whether it's finances or their marriage, their career, their physical health, any of the things, what we do is we first do an inventory on your life. But we also use an intuitive tool, a frequency tool, to find what's going on with your chakras, your energy centers. And so everything is emotional, is connected to your energy centers, your chakras, your 7 key energy resources, the fuel tanks, batteries in your body, and they all connect to different functions in our life. And so once we start to get awareness in that, and I provide a very detailed report based on the frequencies that are detected in your body. And then from there, we have awareness. We have this tool. We have this blueprint of what's going on in your life right now that's affecting you, but also what trauma have you experienced that you're still carrying around with you. And then also, sometimes it's ancestral. Sometimes there are things that we have entities that are attached to us from our mothers or our grandmothers or whoever. So we go very, very deep. And with the high vibe coaching, that's where you get the one-on-one coach, and you're able to have the accountability partner, have the community, and also have a weekly session where you're able to work on your specific goals and touch base on any struggles that you're having, obstacles, blockers, and that sort of thing. Yeah.
So you work mostly one-on-one with people?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I have some group coaching as well, but that's more specified and it's not open enrollment, but my one-on-one coaching is open enrollment.
Well, what do you mean when you say most people are in default mode? What does that mean?
That kind of means that we're not setting intentions throughout our daily life, and we're not actually checking in with ourselves and having a relationship with ourselves. Instead, we're in reactive mode. And so we're only checking the boxes that we have to because someone else is expecting us to. So we're taking care of the kids first thing in the morning, and maybe we're packing the spouse's lunch, and we're doing all the things to be reactive because, mommy, I need this, or honey, where's my that? And then in reality, many of us don't have a morning routine that is specific to our goals, where we have a check-in in the morning and we say, what do I want to accomplish today? What are 3 goals that I must accomplish today that will get me closer to the future that I want? So being in default mode and not being intentional will cause somebody to not be happy, when they're in their 30s or 40s and they're saying, why am I not where I want to be? When I ask someone, well, where do you want to be? Oftentimes it's, I don't know, because we're not checking in. So with the mindfulness, you're checking in, you're having a relationship with yourself, you're really starting to ask yourself those questions, a lot of times through journaling, and it's just very intimate, and it's very personal. And it's an experience that you have the one-on-one with me, but then you go home and you have an assignment for yourself to kind of reassess and continue that check-in process.
That's excellent. That really makes a lot of sense.
You have to have goals, daily goals or weekly or career goals.
Absolutely.
And especially for yourself, you have to give yourself time, and Coach Hev, she's the one to certainly help you through that.
I like to say that I'm something like a lighthouse. I'm not a tugboat.
Right.
So I'm going to show you some true strategies and tools that you can put in your toolbox that you can pull out to help balance yourself and stay on task and stay grounded. I'm not going to push you in the direction. I'm not going to force you. I'll show you where the water is and you can drink, but I'm not going to force you. I'm just going to continue to be that light. So,
Right.
you know,
That's wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about this biohacking. Tell us what that's all about.
Biohacking is empowerment. It's
Okay.
optimizing. So it's optimizing your health. It's optimizing your experience in this human body. And so it's combating all of the things that I was mentioning before with the harmful radiation or the polluted water or the conventional fruits and vegetables if you're not buying organic. There's a dirty dozen list. There's a clean 15 list. So are you paying attention to that? Biohacking can be very simple, and it all is wrapped around knowledge. Knowledge is power.
See that?
Well, we're going to get more.
Biohacking.
We're going to find we need more knowledge.
We do need more knowledge, but let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with Coach Hev. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Why hire Cantwell and Goldman? At Cantwell and Goldman, PA, we take pride in what we do. That pride translates into better client service and better client results. At Cantwell and Goldman, PA, we provide high-quality legal solutions for individuals and businesses in Indian River and Brevard counties and throughout the state of Florida. Our experienced attorneys can help you with a range of legal issues, from defending a criminal charge, assistance with a commercial or residential closing, business transaction, or estate planning and probate matters. We are a full-service law firm specializing in estate planning, including trust and estates, as well as commercial and residential real estate and corporate matters throughout the state of Florida. Cantwell and Goldman, PA.
New Vision Eye Center provides world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast. To tell you more, here's Dr. Robert Reinauer.
Many patients are under the impression that floaters in your eyes are a condition that you have to just accept. Floaters can spontaneously appear as part of the natural aging process, and they disrupt your clear vision. Some have had a laser treatment that does not remove the floaters. At New Vision Eye Center, we provide the latest techniques in the permanent removal of floaters in your eyes.
Dr. Robert Reinauer with New Vision Eye Center exclusively performs this proven procedure to remove annoying floaters in the eyes, providing world-class care for macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, and retinal surgery. For an appointment, call 772-257-8700 or visit newvisioneyecenter.com. Make the move to retinal specialist Dr. Robert Reinauer at New Vision Eye Center in Vero Beach.
This is iHeartMedia's Treasure Coast Connection.
The Treasure Coast Connection is brought to you by New Vision Eye Center.
Hello, this is Tony Zorbal. I'm the Executive Director of The Source. Looking for made-to-order food close to home or work? Look for our new food truck on the block, the Dignity Food Truck. Operated fully by The Source. The truck moves to different spots Monday through Friday. In the mood for wings, sandwiches, quesadillas, or a salad? The Dignity Food Truck has that and more. Check out our location menu, order and pay from a simple Google app on your phone. I am The Source. We're open from 11 a.m. till the food runs out. Enjoy great food and help the homeless get back on their feet. Operated fully by The Source. Visit IamTheSource.org for more info.
Call New Vision Eye Center for a consultation or second opinion. Your eyesight deserves world-class eye care. Visit newvisioneyecenter.com or call 772-257-8700.
Shop for a cause. Enjoy indoor and outdoor booths with vendors, artists, food trucks, even great music. Every dollar supports the Lift Up Young Lives nonprofit. Shop for a cause Saturday, October 30th from 9 to 2 at 50 West Strawbridge Avenue in Melbourne.
And we're back with Coach Hev. So we're really getting into, and of course you, Mitch. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you very
Of course.
much.
So we're getting into this biohacking. It's very interesting. How did you discover the whole thing with biohacking?
Well, once I discovered all the things that were kind of against me and my health, like as I started trying to be healthy, I was looking online and I was looking to my friends and family for advice. And I was learning, oh, you should cut out sugar and you should go fat-free. And the different things that I was recommended, when I looked at what I ate in a day, there was not much nutrients in it. It was, if there was nutrients, it was conventional, and therefore there was probably some GMOs involved, some pesticides, and maybe some Roundup, right? And so I didn't even realize that I was trying my hardest, spending money on vitamins. They were the crappiest vitamins. I didn't know about IUs. I didn't know about, liquid form. I didn't know that, a glass item was more valid than a plastic. These things were just foreign to me. And so once I understood that even though I was consciously trying to be better, I was not able to get better because of the items that I had available, I said, there's got to be a way to combat this. There's got to be a way for me, if I have to drink this water, how can I make it the best possible? If I have to bathe in this water, how can I make? And so I started optimizing. So biohacking equals optimizing. And so biohacking just makes you feel cool. You feel grand, you feel empowered, you feel like, you know what? Like, I'm hacking the system. The powers that be thought that I was just going to succumb, but I'm a sovereign being. And so I have a lot more control over my body, my mind, my spirit than anybody who is a higher up in anywhere, And so then started getting a little bit conspiracy-like, and I pulled back and I said, wait a second, let me just focus on me. Because if I can be the change that I want to see, then it will be a trickle effect, and I will affect others. And I'm proud to say I've positively impacted over 100 people, and they've impacted their families and their employees and their employers and their coworkers and anyone they touch, because we all walk with this different energy now, an energy of love. 528 hertz, baby. That's what it is. And so when you use this Healy device, that's what it's called. It's a Healy device, and it's from the company Time Waver. It's a German company. It's been around for 13 years. Wow. And so they work with micro frequencies, and they help to basically just kill off any illnesses in the body. And what it does is it's through resonance. So biofeedback and resonance. And so the frequencies of the cancer, perhaps, can be canceled out if met with a certain frequency. And so this has been suppressed for a very long time. This technology was created by Dr. Royal Reith, and he was praised in one moment for creating a microscope that was able to identify these different viruses and sicknesses, disease, and things like that on a cellular level. And then when he turned around and he created a tool to then kill off these illnesses and to make perhaps the pharmaceutical industry not so needed, at that point, his lab was ransacked. All of his research and stuff was thrown away. He was made bankrupt, and he ended up committing suicide. Very sad story. Luckily, we still have the technology, and like I said, I'm helping people to heal themselves.
So the hacking is really similar to the concept of computer hacking.
Yes.
It's just we're hacking our own bodies.
Yes, our own system.
The chemistry of our own system.
Absolutely.
That's where the term comes from.
Absolutely. And to be a hacker, you have to have the knowledge. So a biohacker has the knowledge, just like a computer hacker. They would be able to see on both sides of the spectrum what's causing the problem and what can be the remedy, and then they're able to make it happen. So it's really easy to do. It could be as simple as grounding yourself in the morning by taking off your shoes and socks and having your feet in the dirt or the grass or the sand. It could be stepping outside at first light and looking at the blue of the sky, because that shuts off the melatonin production. It could be as simple as going to the health food store and getting ionized water or structured water. Or for you you can get frequency water from me, because that's a gift as well, where I can infuse the water with frequencies that are specific to you and your needs to help you come into balance. Wow. So there is a disclaimer with this product, and it's not meant to treat, and it's not meant to diagnose and all these things. What it's meant to do is to bring the body back into balance. So identifying where it's out of balance, whether it's the emotional information field, the chakras that I mentioned before, or the bioenergetics, which is the mind and the body. So yeah, we go deep, and a lot of times emotional trauma comes out physically. And with me, I had a lot of experience with that in my solar plexus. I had so much pain in my solar plexus. I didn't even know what a solar plexus was. It's one of the chakras. And my mom was starting to get into energy work, and she said, the pain you're describing is in your solar plexus. I thought it was a body part. I had no idea it was my emotional body, one of my 7 chakras. And so, that kind of grew into me understanding the emotions and the physical go together. And so when I heal one, we heal the other. We just start feeling better.
Now, the listeners might be wondering, but can you tell us about the quantum field and the frequencies?
Yes, absolutely. So your frequencies, energy is all around us. And I know you feel energy when you walk into a room sometimes, and it's good vibes in there, and then all of a sudden it's contagious, or you might just see a baby smile and then suddenly you're smiling, your day's been turned around. Energy can never be destroyed or created, but it can be transferred. So we're constantly being affected by each other's energy, the energy of any living organism. So water, trees, any plant, any herb, chakras have energy. The stones that I'm wearing a quartz today. All these things have energies and frequencies that affect us on a cellular level. So the quantum field is what we can't see, but we can feel it. Just like my voice, you can't see my voice, but you can hear it. So I would say it's like the IP address of your human being are your frequencies. It's like, that's who you are, that's where you are, and that's how this device works. I've healed someone in Australia from Florida.
Wow. And you did that through like
the
a
Healy.
Zoom call?
Yep,
and
through a
things
Zoom
like
call
that?
and using the Healy device, and it was able to identify what her emotional trauma was. And the things that came up were 100% on point. I never met this lady before. I offered a free scan on Facebook. She was one of the first people to like the post, and she got a free scan with me. And it helped her to identify what her next steps needed to be for her to be empowered in her life, because she had been wronged by someone she had trusted. And sometimes we start to question ourselves, doubt ourselves, and hey, all of that emotion has frequencies. They're energy. So it has a certain frequency, and it's measured in hertz. So HZ, if anyone wanted to look up different energy, frequency, music even, you could go on YouTube and search that. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep.
I want our listeners to know how to get in touch with you.
Absolutely,
so please take a minute.
Too.
Yes.
Me too.
For
I'm
sure.
so happy and honored to be here. You can find me at coachwithhev.com, and that will get you into the Galena Luminaries. It's a community of light workers. And so there's different spaces there that will speak to your heart and resonate. I would recommend you go to the free stuff space so that you can get a free scan. You can get a free auric scan with me. We'll go ahead and set up a 15-minute Zoom and scan your frequencies, and you'll also walk away with a very detailed analysis of your auras and what you can do to support them, what you can do to find yourself in more balance, and then also what you're doing right now that's already supporting you, so you can continue to do certain things that are self-loving.
And Hev is spelled H-E-V.
That's right. Thank you.
I want to make sure.
Yes.
That would be great.
Absolutely.
So the scan can be done through a Zoom?
Yes. So the quantum field is just that spooky, hibbity-dibbity, I don't know if it's real type thing. And once I get my hands on you, and once you experience the feedback, the biofeedback from this device, there will be nobody who doesn't agree that this is real. This is what Albert Einstein was talking about. This is what Nikola Tesla was talking about. You know, it's all in energy and frequencies and vibrations. And so Mindful Transformations is here to support you on your journey. We all have a purpose and a mission in life. Sometimes we just don't have the clarity. So Mindful Transformations, our main purpose is to help you become aware, experience the clarity, find healing, and then step into that growth. And I'm just so happy to be here.
Amazing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Our listeners should certainly take advantage of this free
It's for the whole
scan.
month. Yes, please do. For the whole month, a free scan, and I'll do 100 a day. I don't care. I just want to help people.
Okay, sounds good. So what I will do is I will do the scan with you.
Yes.
And we can go over that, and then maybe if you're up to it, you come back and we can say how I was.
I would love that.
What was blocked on me, and because I know me and Coach Hev met at a networking event, and we kind of connected right away, and she just was able to have this amazing energy, and I said, I must have you on the show.
I'm so honored. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you. It was great to have you, and I'm looking forward to it. But I think that's another great thing about you. You can walk into a room and you can feel the energy of the different people. So I think that's amazing.
Does Mitch get a scan maybe too?
Mitch definitely gets a scan.
For sure. The system. I don't know.
If you have any plants that are dying, I'll scan your plants and bring them back to life.
Yes. I certainly did have one, but that sounds great. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.